The first crash came from table 7, a glass shattering against the diner floor, and everyone froze. Everyone except Lily Carter, who calmly picked up her notepad, took a steady breath, and walked toward the noise like she'd done it 100 times before. Lily was the kind of waitress most people barely noticed. Quiet voice, gentle smile, always remembered your coffee order. She worked the late shift at Harbor Light Diner, a small place near the docks where truckers, off-duty cops, and tired locals came to unwind. She never complained, never snapped back, even when customers did. That night, 3 men had taken over a booth. Loud, drunk, restless. They laughed too hard, cursed too freely, and seemed bored enough to be cruel. When Lily approached with refills, one of them grabbed her wrist and sneered, "Smile more, we're paying customers." She gently pulled her hand away. "Sir, I just need to make sure you're okay." That was all it took. The insults came fast. About her voice, her uniform, the way she walked. A chair scraped back aggressively. Someone muttered that she thought she was too good for this place. A few patrons shifted uncomfortably, eyes dropping to their plates. No one stood up. Lily felt the familiar knot in her chest. She had learned long ago how to survive moments like this. By staying calm, by de-escalating, by not giving people what they wanted. She thought of her mom's voice telling her to be kind, even when it hurt. She thought of her dad, thousands of miles away, who used to say, "Real strength is staying steady when the world tries to knock you off balance." One of the men knocked the tray from her hands. Soup splashed across the floor. The diner manager started forward, pale and shaking, but Lily raised a hand. "It's okay," she said softly. "I'll clean it up." Something about that, her refusal to fight back, seemed to anger them more. One stood, towering over her, leaning in close enough that she could smell the alcohol on his breath. "Or what?" he said. "You gonna call your daddy?" For the first time, Lily met his eyes. "My dad," she said quietly, "would ask me if I was safe." The man laughed. The others joined in. But the laughter faded when the diner door opened again. A man in plain clothes stepped inside, rain still clinging to his jacket. He took in the scene in a single sweep. The broken glass, the spilled soup, Lily standing alone in front of 3 men twice her size. "Lily," he said, his voice calm but unmistakably firm. Her shoulders stiffened, then relaxed. That. Silence dropped over the diner like a held breath. Her father crossed the room slowly. There was nothing flashy about him, no uniform, no raised voice. Just a presence that demanded attention. He put a hand on Lily's shoulder, checking her without asking, then turned to the men. "I'm Commander James Carter," he said evenly. "United States Navy. And I believe this young woman has been more patient with you than you deserve." No threats followed. No shouting. Just eye contact that didn't waver. One of the men muttered an apology. Another avoided looking up. Chairs scraped back again, this time in retreat. As they left, Lily knelt to clean the mess on the floor. Her dad crouched beside her, helping without a word. A customer from the counter brought over napkins. Another quietly paid Lily's tab for the night. Someone else left a tip folded into the shape of a star. When the floor was clean and the diner slowly returned to its rhythm, Lily stood a little taller. She tied her apron tighter, poured fresh coffee, and smiled. Not because she was told to, but because, for the first time that night, she felt seen.